Hi, besties! Welcome to the hot seat where we give you an inside look into the beauty industry.
We are your host. I'm your lash tech, Diana.
And I'm Rosie, the nail tech.
And today's topic, we're going to be talking about taking care of yourself in a way for your mental health. So, but actually, before we dive into that topic today, we're going to talk about our weekend. So,
Yes.
what did you do this weekend?
Well, this weekend was Easter weekend, and I didn't do anything. My family is super I don't want to say they don't care for Easter because that's kind of messed up, but they don't really celebrate Easter like as a really big thing. And especially because my other family members were busy doing their own thing, so it's like it was just us, And so with that being said, we didn't do anything. Saturday I actually had a client. I had one client, and I actually gave her set for free because she was one of the clients that when I was at the salon, I had to reschedule her. And I feel like there's just been a lot of back and forth that I was like, I told her, I was like, can you come tomorrow and I'll give you your set for free. So we did like a little Easter set, and she still tipped me $50. It's like, oh, that's nice. Like, she still wanted to pay me for my time. And then Sunday, yeah, my boyfriend came back because he was out of town, and we went to go watch Ghostbusters. Hey, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. There was this one character that was pretty fucking creepy, not gonna lie. But I thought it was like 10 out of 10, so that was my Easter. Yeah.
That's
what about
good.
you?
Well, for my weekend, I mean, I at least got over a little bit, like how I was feeling, so I feel better.
That's good.
And I worked, and then Saturday I submitted my application into school. I paid my deposit and everything. I was like, oh my gosh,
but exciting.
I'm just excited. Well, I am excited, and I'm just like ready, but now we wait.
Oh, that's exciting.
And so that was Saturday. And then Sunday, we just did like a little like carne asada here, and then
That's cute.
Some eggs for my baby.
No,
and
yeah. That's cute. Like chill time.
Yeah, it was just very chill, and like everybody left early, like, and I was like, oh, thank God, because I was already like tired, after work. So I was like, it's a good, like, we spent time together, and then it was like, all right, everybody go home. So
we're
nice.
Fed, we're done.
Yeah,
that's good.
So it wasn't bad. I mean, because parks were gonna be packed. Like, I could not.
Like, you literally have to go like 6 a.m. to go get a spot. Like,
yes,
fuck that.
Yeah,
that was another reason we're like, it's just us. Like, let's just stay home, But that's exciting. I'm excited for you.
I know.
She's gonna be your future licensed lash tech.
Yes.
So watch out.
I know.
But yeah, as she mentioned, our intro is gonna be about mental health. And we felt like that was super important, especially because in our previous video we talked about prom season and just like peak seasons in general. Like, you can tend to overbook yourself a lot, and at the time it might seem good because it's just fast money coming in and stuff, but like also you do have to take care of yourself and make sure you're not overbooking, because then you don't really have time for yourself. And if you don't have time for yourself, then how are you going to perform well as whatever you're specializing in? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, have you ever experienced burnout?
So for the week of Thanksgiving, it was like really busy. Everybody was trying to get booked, and
last minute too, huh?
Yes, last minute. And then I had that line from a customer saying,
oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
That was T.
What?
No, what? Oh, the one about the lady and all the girls, or no?
No. Okay. So it's that line that, well, techs don't like to hear, and it's like, oh, well, it's because my tech was booked. So like, bro,
you in your head like,
what are you doing?
I love
Get
this.
out my chair. I'm just kidding.
It just makes you feel some type of way because it's
like
you don't have to say that.
Yeah. So it's like you weren't here because like you
like my work or whatever.
It was just because like, oh, she's open, let me go.
We were your last resort.
I know. So
we'll still take you in, but like, yeah.
Hopefully we like, take over that client, maybe.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, you can use that to your advantage to just perform the best and potentially win that client over. So don't say it as
show her your skills. Be like,
exactly.
Right.
Now you'll be returning.
Yeah. So I mean that week, that Thanksgiving, the prior week, and then even the week after, because I closed like a few days for Thanksgiving, but it was still like busy, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I was kind of like not freaking out, but also because I only took as much as I could because I still have my baby. Like I
Yeah.
didn't look at it like descuidar, like
Yeah.
So I'm just, I mean, I did what I could, and I felt so like my brain was just not it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was getting irritated fast, and I was just tired. Like even sleeping and like taking naps when my baby would nap, it was just not enough. Like I
Yeah.
just felt so like, I don't know how to describe it. Like
Yeah.
it
You're out of
just
it.
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Have you been very? What has it happened to you? Like
It has.
burnt out and like.
Yeah, I feel like it has. But at the time, I may have not noticed that that was what burnout was because I'm just like, I'm
Mm,
supposed to do nails. Like, like it just didn't feel like it. But now when I look back, I'm like, girl, I literally didn't even want to like, and I don't want to say like do nails, but it's like, okay, I would do the set and be like, oh, I don't even want to look at my like nail table anymore because of how busy
yeah.
I may have been. And I feel like if I were to take into consideration like scheduling properly and not overbooking myself, I may not have experienced burnout at least that bad because I would still make time for myself, but I wouldn't. And that's what led to like feeling burnt out and stuff. And I felt like since I had been doing nails nonstop for a long time, for fucking years, um, and I wouldn't like prioritize myself or whatever, I like nails was just kind of like in the back of my mind, especially like let's say if I had another job at the time, like my main focus at the time was that job.
Yeah.
And like nails was kind of second to me, but it's also because like I would never take time and do it properly, like schedule properly, and I would
Yeah.
always just think like, oh, the money, but I wasn't thinking about my brain and like that I need to
Yeah.
take breaks and stuff like that, but
And that's
so
important,
yeah.
like making sure you eat, making
Yeah.
sure like even if it's like in between clients, because that helps you.
Yeah.
Like okay, like a little reset before the next one comes
I
in.
started to do that, like to add like an hour in between each at least because sometimes your time might run into the other client or like at least you have the hour in case you do like and you still have like let's say even if it's 30 minutes to eat, like it's something.
Yeah.
And
Because you still have to clean and all that.
yeah,
Like
clean and eat and like I would like not do that before, but I started to do that because I'm like, no, like dude, no, I don't even have time to eat, like, or like if I do eat it's like toda like rapido in like under 10
yeah.
minutes and that's not
And it
right.
and it also helps like just in case like you just notice like with that last client that you have something like that you just used it up and then you have to go get something.
Yes,
So
that
like
happens
that
a lot.
hour helps you, and it's like okay, like
Yeah,
it's a big help as
for
well.
sure. But yeah, I would definitely say schedule breaks. Even if like you're not as tired that day, you have the most energy ever. Like that's okay. Like it's okay to take a good 30 minutes to yourself, whether that's just to be on your phone, to
Yeah.
desahogarte or like whatever. But definitely schedule breaks because girl, like you're gonna thank yourself for it in the long run. And it's
Yeah.
gonna like prevent that chance of a burnout less.
Yeah. Also, not just in between clients, but taking breaks as of like it can be like a little vacation that you take like
Mm-hmm.
of just a couple days. If you've been in that busy season, you can go ahead and like I know you're trying to make money and
Yeah.
it's like it's what you're looking for, but take care of your health, like your mental health.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we talked about in the beginning, it really affects your performance. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're doing a set and you're just out of it and it's not gonna come out
Yeah.
as your work normally
If you
would.
were to be 100% in your mind. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
and like for lashes it's like, I mean, for nails it can be a little bit different because I mean you're still talking, you're still like
Right.
and if anything you can like take a little pause and like your client understands, y'all both like go get a drink or something, right? Like
Go to
in
the
the moment,
restroom.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we're like with lashes it's like she either goes to the restroom or like kind of like peeks because then you have to reapply those
That's true. The lash pads.
yes, for a lash, whenever I do lashes and I have to like go to the restroom, like okay, I'm like okay, try not to open your eyes like as much, like I'm gonna guide you because my restroom is in my house and like I don't have
From
one,
the
you know
outside to the inside.
so
Yeah.
they have to walk and I'm like try not to open your eyes, like, and if you do it's okay, but I'm just gonna have to repatch, like do the taping again and like all of that, and then it's time consuming. So
Mm-hmm.
and then if you have that next client it's like oh, like
Yeah.
trying to speed up your time, and then if they take long in the restroom, you're like, well, what do I do,
Yeah.
So it's like, just know how to like schedule them as well, like
Even if it's, let's say you have a 12:30 and you finish, and your next client isn't until, I don't know, 2. You finish at 1:30 and your client's like at 1:30, he's like, "Hey, I got here a little bit early. Can I come in?" Girl, try your best to let them know, "No, I'm sorry. Like, I'll see you at 2 p.m." Like, because those 30 minutes, they're for you, like, to go to the restroom, to you might need to do. And it's like, I mean, I find myself saying, "Yeah, girl, sure, come in," but it's like, that's me not taking care of my mental health, even though it might seem like the smallest thing ever. But those 30 minutes could be for you. And
but we do appreciate that you're there early,
yeah, for sure,
like big time.
Mhm.
But also, like, it just depends how you are feeling as well. Like,
Yeah.
let's say like the last 2 days you weren't busy, but that day you're like super busy. Like, if it was me, I think I would just push through it, and then as she's earlier, I finish sooner,
Yeah, I think about it
and
like
I'm
that
like, okay, like, let me knock this out real quick.
Yeah.
Like, I got it, and then I'm good.
Yeah.
But also, like, it just depends how you would take it as a person.
Yeah.
Like,
Or
whether
how
you
your
wanna
day's going
take
that
it.
day.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you have
you
6
rude
clients.
too,
Yeah.
that drains you.
Yeah, let's say you have like 6 clients and it's like you're like about to eat and you haven't eaten anything. Okay. Then you can be like, "No, I'll see you like at 2 p.m. I'm so sorry, I'm not ready for you." But see, if you have one client, that's your second client and last client for
Yeah.
the day, and you're down to take her like earlier, by all means. I think of it like that too. I'm like, I'll be done
Yeah.
faster and my day's done easier, you
Yeah.
know? But take that into consideration. And if you really feel the need to not take them early, then that's fine. Like, there's no
Yeah.
issue with that, because your original appointment time was for that time either way. So
Yeah. And in your busy seasons, anytime that, or even if it's not just a season, if you're just like getting booked and you notice that, your work is picking up and all of that, if you need that time to yourself, to your like, okay, I at least need to like take a day off in
yeah.
between, like, this is too much, like, I
Or the
can't.
weekends. Yeah.
Like, don't be scared to turn down a client. Like, if
Yeah.
they text you and like, oh my gosh, hey, like, do you have any last minute openings? Is there any way that I can come in? Like, I'll pay you this much extra.
Yeah.
Like,
Not
and
gonna lie,
you
when I
are
hear that, I'm
not-
like,
for real. No, but like, if you know that that's the time that you took off for yourself
Yeah.
because you needed it, don't be scared to say like, no, I can't. Like,
The soonest I have is this
yeah.
day. Yeah.
Like, take care of yourself first. And then in the industry right now, as a beginner, you're going to start like slow, and then you start picking up, so you won't run into these issues like as of now, or maybe like until
You're gonna
like,
miss
the
these slow
seasons.
days.
Yeah, until you start being booked and busy.
Yeah.
That's when you're like, okay, like, I need to take this into consideration, because if not, it's just, you don't want to be there. Like, it just sucks. I know that some girls get depressed over it. Like, they're like, I just can't do it. Like, it's too much.
Yeah.
And like, cause you have a personal life too.
Yeah.
Like, you have to know how to like basically like balance it out, and
Mhm.
telling clients like, no, not today. I'm so sorry, but I'm off, or like,
Yeah.
I'm busy and I can't. Like,
Mhm.
let them know, and they'll understand. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
And I also feel like pick at least one. Like, if you're a workaholic, that's great. By all means, chase
Yeah.
the bag. But also, at least take one day out of the week for yourself to like reset, do whatever you need to do, restock, like whatever the case may be. But don't like just chase the bag, because that's gonna catch up to you, whether it's in a month, whether it's in a year. Like, at some point it's gonna catch up to you, because your body never got like the reset that it needed. And you really do not want to experience burnout, because that can cause your business, like, you might be down so bad that you don't even want to continue with what you're doing. Like, you might be like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm tired of whatever the case may be. And like, you don't want to jeopardize your business because you overworked yourself all these years or months or whatever. But yeah,
Even though like you might be passionate about what you're doing and what you do, it's not just the work that itself that it can make you quit, but
Yeah.
it's the client as well.
Yeah.
Like, you have the good ones, you have the ones that are like very like loving and nice to you, but then you also have those picky and rude
Yeah.
ones that literally you can just be already over and like done, and then you get that client, they're like, oh, I don't
Your
like
last
this
straw.
and this and that. Like, you can go off on a client without even like intentionally
Yes.
like trying to, because you're just so
over it.
tired
Yeah.
and just stressed to the max, and you're just like, ugh, I can't, like, you know.
Yeah.
So just be very, very mindful, like,
Set your boundaries.
yeah, like, I know that for lashing, whenever they're like, sometimes they'll go to sleep, but sometimes they'll like talk to you or whatever, and if they make you feel comfortable, you'll kind of like pour out how you're feeling, and
Yeah.
you don't want to like overwhelm them with how you feel
Because
either.
then what if that makes them feel like, oh fuck,
Or
like I'm the reason
uncomfortable.
why
Yeah,
she's so
like,
tired.
yeah, like, damn, like, I shouldn't have like booked or whatever.
Mhm.
Like, you're gonna make them kind of feel bad, and you're gonna make them feel uncomfortable. So it's also another reason why you need to kind of like take those little breaks in between, or take a day, and keep it in mind, because like we said, it affects your performance.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, just make sure that you do set those set those boundaries,
She's drunk,
and make
guys.
them clear. For real, bust it out. Set those boundaries, because you have a personal life and you have work on the side.
As they do as well.
Yeah.
So they'll understand. Like, and again, if they don't take it well or whatever the case,
It's not your client.
exactly. So it's
It's
like you're
not for
saving
you.
yourself from potential, like, I don't know, disagreements or whatever by them not agreeing to you. So that's fine.
Yeah.
And don't take it to heart. Like, not everybody's gonna agree and understand, and that's totally fine. But that's the reason why, you run your own business, and you can choose to not ever book them again because, of the way they might react to something,
Yeah.
With mental health being a thing as well, I feel like I still struggle with this, and I don't know, I can't speak for you, but especially since I've been doing it for so long, girl, you would think that by this point I'm content with my work and whatever the case may be, but like, comparing yourself to another tech's work is very real and can really mess with you mentally. And so we do want to talk about that. I don't know if you've experienced that. Do you ever? Yeah, your face, you're
Till
like, girl.
this day.
Yeah.
I'm going to school now, so I'm like, okay, I get to work on it and learn a little bit more that of what I didn't pick up on, or like what I didn't learn when I took my course. So I feel like it's gonna really help me.
Mm-hmm.
But I do struggle with it, because I'm like, I look at their work and I'm like, man, like, I
Yeah.
want to have those clients. I want to be busy like them,
Yeah.
and then like their work is really good. Like, oh, my work is this,
Or
and
they
like,
have these
like
much
that's
followers.
into
Yeah.
me. Like, my brain starts going, and like, and I'm an overthinker,
Oh,
so
same girl.
I'm like, oh my gosh, like,
What am I doing wrong?
yeah, and I'm like, is it the material? Is it like
Yeah.
this? Is it that? Like, what am I doing wrong, right?
Yeah.
And I start like looking at different things that I can change, and like little details that I can change, I'll change it to like the environment in here, or like the way I do like a process of how I do things. I'll probably switch it up a little bit just to see if it works, or like, but it's things that I compare, and I'm just like, man, like, not that I'm like jealous or anything, but it's like,
I mean, I feel like
it happens.
Yeah.
Like, but it's something that we need to like
normalize
and know that we're gonna get better eventually.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Like, you're seeing other work, and it's like, one day I'll get there. Like,
Girl,
one day I'll get there. Like, use it as motivation.
Yes,
Like,
I'm pretty sure the girls that we look to probably look to somebody else.
yeah.
So there's always it's just like something within yourself, you're never satisfied, and I think that's just like the way that the human brain works, honestly.
Yeah.
But the most advice I can give you is look back from where you started and compare
Right.
yourself there, and then you'll like really see like I am getting better. Like everybody works differently at a different pace, and that doesn't mean that you're not gonna be able to get to that point that the person that you're looking up to is, like,
Yeah.
it's normal. And I struggle with it as well. Like, I'll look at somebody else's page and I'm like, damn, like, she has her own suite, she has this, she has that, and I'm like, it's okay, like,
One day.
yeah, cada quien a su own tiempo, like, everything's gonna be fine, you're gonna be good, like,
Yeah.
your path is already planned out, you just have to like go through the motions and
Yeah.
take it day by day, and just the only thing you could do is perfect your work and practice and go from there. But
Yeah.
girl, if we still compare, like, you're fine, you know, like, it's okay. You'll be okay.
Yeah. And then like it just depends on like where you are. If you're still beginner, if you're still like an intermediate, like you're gonna get there. You're gonna get down for like lashes. I know like wispy sets are very kind of hard
Mm.
to do, like because your spikes aren't like either one. It can be like not thick enough and like they won't stand out, or you're probably like trying a different curls to make them stand out, or like it's kind of hard. Like I
Mhm.
still personally struggle with wispy sets, and it's like the more you practice, the more you're gonna get it down. Or like look up videos, or like look at other people's pages, and like sometimes they'll even like educate you on how to do those things.
Yeah.
And like I see you post like on your TikToks and like Instagram, like this is how I do my application.
Yeah.
And then like I'll see like other people too, like oh, like comment like, oh my gosh, thank you, I needed that so
Yeah.
much. What's something that you would recommend them, or like do you think that it would help for their mental health?
Mm, I will for sure say, well, we talked about like taking care of yourself and taking care of your body. One main thing that I will say I don't really do frequently, but I should be,
Mm-hmm.
is like massages, because I feel
Ooh.
like it's very important, and that goes into taking care of your body. And if there's like stretches you could do, like for the tick, like
Mm.
stretch this, I don't know, girl, but there's like, if you search it up, there is, or like rotating your wrist, because you work with your hands all day and like you can get hand cramps. Girl, I know some techs that get like carpal tunnel. Like, it's scary. Like, if you
Yeah.
don't take care of your body, you can like really pay for it in the long run. And not even just that, just like everything with the fumes, if you're not using the correct dust collector or like extractor,
Yeah.
like all that goes into your body. So like I said, I'm not really big on it, but I should be. But I will say that I want to try to be a better like advocate for that, because it is really important. And you might not feel it now, but in 10 years, girl, your body might be like, girl, like, why did you put me through that, you
Yeah.
know? One time I really thought something was wrong with my hand, because I had like this bone sticking out. It kind of went back in. Yeah, and like
A
I would,
bone?
yeah, I would tell people like,
Girl.
feel it, because like I thought I was tripping, and they would feel it, girl. They'd be like, what the fuck? Like, my bone was sticking out. And I went to go get x-rays and everything, like, because like my hand would cramp a lot.
I had
But
that.
yeah,
The cramping.
and it hurts, right? Like, you have to like stretch your hand while you're working, because you're like, fuck, like, me duele. Like, I catch myself
Yeah.
sometimes like being like, oh shit, like, I have to take a little break. And so whenever I went to go do that, they were like, you don't have anything broken, like, you're fine, but like, we would really recommend for you to like do stretches, like. And he kind of showed me like some little stretches to do. But that moment I was like, fuck, like, I really have to like take this a little bit more serious, because in the future I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to cut down my career short because of that reason, you
Yeah.
know? But yeah, I would say definitely look into that. Or even for your client, like, if you add it into your, I always see videos on TikTok and stuff
Like
like,
a routine, like a little.
yeah, or like what I was gonna say, like, I always see like them doing it for their client as well. Like, they'll do like a manicure with the hand scrub and like a little massage, like a little 2 minute massage,
Yeah,
and
I
it
was
feels
gonna say
good.
that.
Like,
Like,
that can like luxurize. Is that a word?
yeah.
Okay. I just made it a word. That can like luxurize
I know what you're talking
your
about.
service, you know, and like you could charge a little bit more. And in school
Yeah,
they do teach you like those
because it
massages.
feels good. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna go get your nails done. Like it's happened to me, and then they're like this lotion or like a scrub,
And it feels so
and
like,
it
ooh.
just feels good. You're like, oh, this
Yeah.
is something I didn't know I needed. Like,
Yeah.
it feels good. Or like even whenever you go get a pedicure, like they'll do the massaging or whatever, and it just feels good. Like it's little things
The
that.
hot stones. Oh, that
Yes,
feels
or
good.
I like it when they do the hot towels. Like it just like kinda
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
melts.
It does. It feels good.
It feels
The
good.
pedicure's coming
So
soon.
like for real.
When we get our suite, I probably would do that pedicures.
Yeah.
Would you let me do your toes?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I have a little wonky toes. With this being said, the mental health, take
Yeah.
care of yourself. Look into massages if it is like something that you want to do on your day off that you do booked it. Like go get a massage, go distress yourself. That's the word, right?
Yeah.
Distress yourself. Go get like I know usually like with your shoulders and all that when you're stressed, like oh that's like a key point. It's like just relaxes literally like your entire body.
Or like the
It's
fucking
something
chiropractor,
good.
girl. Book
Oh
your
my
chiropractor appointment.
gosh,
Shit,
for
I bet you that feels
real.
good. Oh my
It's
god,
like
speaking of that too, I
what?
have like moved the disc. That's
You
why my
do?
back. Yeah, that's why my back would get so tired.
Oh my gosh.
Pray for me. No, but with that being said, just yes, take care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, if you need to like desahogarte, like, because you have all this, because like you do get like all these people's like tea business, and
Yeah.
like that can be a lot for you, even though it might not have nothing to do with you, but it's like you just knowing that, or they tell you something really deep, you're just like, fuck, like it fucks with you, you know? So if you
Yeah.
like need to book a therapy appointment, girl, go ahead. Like,
Yeah.
you know, all of that, like, is very important for you.
Yeah. I feel like that's why social media is also like TikTok is really big because they help you and like they'll tell you like, oh, you should do this and this. Like, it's even a whole therapy session there. Like that's your
Yeah.
time to like desahogarte, like,
Mhm.
you know, and then you relate and you're like, oh, then this is why I feel like this.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like before, like with Facebook and like Instagram, you
Yeah.
don't see stuff like that. It's just posts like
Yeah.
people's life or people trying to show off and this and that, whatever.
Yeah. Nowadays, I feel like I do appreciate how like in this generation it is very normalized for people to like start therapy and stuff like that. Sponsored by BetterHelp. Youth code THS.
We should be getting
BetterHelp
For
sponsor
real.
us. Hey, Loki, I have some trauma that I want to like.
Everybody can look normal like us, and you just never know what really holds back
Mhm.
to why they started, or like
Yeah, like
and you can carry that into like you know
Mhm.
your career, and sometimes
Mhm.
it just weighs on you.
For
It's not even like just
sure.
being because you're booked and busy, but it's because you already have that like not baggage, but
Yeah,
it
it's
I mean
true.
it holds you down. Like it's
And we're
it's
getting
kinda
too
scary.
deep. And I was gonna say,
Oh.
you know what that reminds me of like the reason why I never felt comfortable at the salon, because
Yeah?
that probably has something to do from my childhood of like I just always felt like out of place. I think, you know,
Yeah.
I starts crying. But you get what I mean. Like it's true. Like even though my business has nothing to do with this,
Quiere
it's
llorar.
probably
I'm just kidding.
that probably has something to do with like why I
Yeah,
always
like
felt
why
weird,
you are the yeah.
right?
No, and like I can relate to that because I mean when I was growing up, like my parents were divorced, so I had my siblings, and then you know separately. We're too deep into this.
But I want to hear what you have to say, so go.
Well, because like I always felt like a little out of place. Like, you know,
Yeah.
they had them and everybody was in their own area. So
Yeah.
like growing up, I was always shy in school,
Mhm.
and I just had to do me, like separately, like hide what I like because I just felt judged like
Yeah.
by them on either side, or even at school, and I'll just be like,
But I'm surprised because you were like in the Jacketeers.
I was.
Did you feel like out of place, or
and
you
then I
felt
was
like
a social officer. I don't
Oh,
know how in the
shit.
world I did that. Like, yeah.
maybe you wanted to be like included, like you know, like
Yeah.
in big groups and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I still tried, and then
Yeah.
like I still, even though I still felt out of place, like so in your workspace, I know we're like a little off topic, but
Mhm.
I know that as a lash artist, you'll probably find yourself like sticking out a little bit. You're probably not putting yourself out there enough, like,
Yeah.
and that's why we say like try different things, like when you choose a theme, make it like
Something that resonates with you.
yes, and like that will catch people's eye, that
Yeah.
they can relate to you, like, or like, oh, that's cute, like I like that too, like, you know,
Mhm.
you'll find those common clients, and then once they book with you, like you'll kind of like feel more into your space, make it
Mhm.
like peaceful in there for them and
Yeah.
welcoming, as in for you as well, and
For
like
sure.
you build that connection, and then you have those not steady, what is it when they keep
Returning
yes,
loyal.
you're loyal and returning customers, clients. So it just really like, I mean, it really goes deep into
It
like how
does.
you are personally, but it is why it's important to take care of your mental health, and always keep it in mind and book those times for yourself,
Yeah.
because I mean it's just gonna weigh heavy on you in the long run. Like you'll be doing good, you're good, and then
You can just
snap all at once.
Yeah. Have you ever experienced like any like body issues or
Like while working.
yeah.
So yeah, like I was telling you that it happened to me. My hand, whenever I was slashing, because you have to pinch, and like I'm holding a tweezer at the
For
same time,
real.
then I have to pinch, and then a tweezer, and then a pinch. So like my
For like
hand,
3 hours straight.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So like my hand was like, it felt like tense,
Tingly.
like to where it was like kind of like locked. It felt like I couldn't move it much, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I started cramping like from the middle, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't want to freak out the client, right?
Yeah, of
So
course.
I was just like shaking it off and like trying to like, I don't
Stretch
know,
it a
like
little bit.
yeah, and see what I could do. And then no, like it was still hurting. So I was like, and then at the end, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like I took a little longer. It's just like I was kind of like cramping, and she was like, oh no, you're okay, you're fine. She's like, I don't care. And I was like, I was like, okay. But I know she meant like she doesn't care like how long she stays, right? But I was like, And then at the beginning, my back, man, I did not know, especially because I didn't have like a chair, like a comfortable chair. I was using like una silla like de afuera.
Yeah.
Because I obviously I didn't have like my setup like that, right? So I was just like, man, like my back hurts, and like I would tell my mom like my back hurts, like can
And
you
I couldn't even
massage
imagine
it?
you're like the
Yeah.
whole time.
So like even when I would sleep, like it's just so like hurt.
And like that fucking back pain is another thing, dude. Like that shit hurts. I feel like my posture isn't that bad. Like for a nail tech, like I find myself. I mean, yeah, sometimes when I'm on my phone, I'm like this, but like what I'm doing now is my back is usually like this. Like unless I'm like drawing something
Yeah.
or like whatever. But I saw that there is this like specific chair que like dentists use that don't have a back, but it's kind of like un piquito.
For the front.
Well, yeah. And like it's like kind of, I don't know how to
It like
explain-
kind of like sits like your thighs with your butt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have a back, but that allows you to like always have your back straight
Yeah.
because of that reason.
They also say que te pongas faja, because you know
yeah,
fajas,
or
they
like a
make you,
back
like-
brace.
Yeah, or like a back brace.
I should look into that because I need a faja.
Yeah,
But,
like they say that those help you like keep your
Keep your
back,
back
straight, and but I'm like, well, lashing, I'm like,
that's different. 'Cause
that's
you're, like,
different.
You have to
Yeah,
look,
so, like,
you know.
I'm like, okay, well, like, how can I help my back? But
Yeah.
it honestly is kind of like the chair, the kind of chair you get, and then I don't know. After a while, you get used to it though. Like
Yeah.
right now, like my back doesn't hurt, but
It has
like,
to be
if
like
I
after
take-
a long day.
like if I take like a week off or something,
Yeah.
and then I do a
Wasted.
lash set, it's gonna hurt. Like,
yeah,
I'm like, man, like,
because your body's like used to it, and then when
Yeah.
you don't do it, they're like, okay, we're done, you know.
I know. I'm just like, bruh.
Yeah, but
Not just mental health, but like how you were talking about like the dust collector, like mask, and all the
Yeah.
like your body. Like, what's something that you recommend like that's very useful and that you need to have like when doing nails? I know you said a dust collector. That's because
I don't have one. But yeah,
I thought you bought one.
I did. But tell me why they canceled my order. I guess they were out of stock or something. So I'm like, is that my excuse or my sign to buy the Kira Sky one?
For real?
That shit's expensive though. But I will say, work in a place that's very open, even though I'm home based again, so kind of like But I always like have my window open or something for like the air to flow, because if not, girl, like even though you might be used to it, your client might not be, and they'll be like
Yeah.
high as fuck or something because of like all the fumes. But just if you can purchase a dust collector, because it's super important. And you might not think it's important, but like once you see how much dust you have after every client, like you're gonna be shocked. And like that's all of that, like the dust that you might have consumed.
Yeah, and then for lash artists, I use a mask and then I use a glove. The glove that I'm like pinching, the lashes with, just because I don't want like it helps with retention, and then it helps with like cleaning. Like you're
Yeah.
sanitizing. Like
There's not that many fumes though, right? Like just like the
so
lash
it's the
glue.
glue.
Yeah.
So, but it can be like a little dangerous though, because I have the little ring on this finger with the glue. So whenever like I'm looking into it, the glue is
Yeah.
like really close to my eye, and sometimes it waters because of like the fumes or how close it is. And then also like, especially if you wear contacts, you need to have glasses because it can really
That's
damage
important.
your contact lens.
Yeah.
So, or like even if you don't wear contacts, it's also good to wear glasses because
Yeah.
of your eye and the glue, how close it is.
The amount of times some shit has flew in my eye before, it's scary.
From like the clippings, right?
Yeah,
when you
like
cut the
one time
nails?
I literally was working on my client and I clipped her nail. That shit literally flew in my eyeball. It was her and her sister. I was still at the
What?
salon, and I was freaking the fuck out because I'm like, that shit was in my eye, So then I had my iPad, so I was able to like look at my reflection, and she was even trying to like take it out with her finger, but
Oh
I was
my-
also like, I don't think
Like,
that's
don't touch me,
sanitary.
yeah.
You know, but like, so I was able to like look in the mirror and like, well, at my reflection and take it out. But that shit was scary because it's sharp as fuck. Like, imagine like I can't take
Yeah.
it out. Then what happens? So I
Oh
always say
my
like invest in like some
gosh.
cheap ass like little goggles or whatever. You might look
Yeah.
funny, but like, girl, your health comes first. Like, who cares if you look funny?
Yeah.
Honestly.
With that being said, this is all we have for today. We talked about mental health and physically taking care of yourself.
yes,
Make sure you take this into consideration, and I hope it guides you into
a healthy
a
long journey.
a healthy journey for you. It is very important. It's not just for your clients. We talked about your clients previously, but it's also for yourself
You got to take care of yourself in order to be there for your clients.
and
so.
successful. And
Mhm.
so I hope this guides you and is a guide for you in
Mhm.
the long run. And now that we finished our topic, we would like to switch it up and talk about our next season, because this is our last episode for season 1. So thank you to all our subscribers, our likes,
and viewers,
Yes.
subscribe now.
subscribe. All our socials will be listed here. Ta-da! And Rosie, do
Yes.
the honors and let us know for season 2. What do we have coming up?
So, for season 2, we're super excited because it's gonna be really fun to be able to bring somebody else and give us their point of view, whether it's like another like makeup artist, tech, somebody in the beauty industry, or just somebody else. It may be like a client, how they
I know.
perceive us as a tech. So we're
Right.
super excited. We're already like planning out who we might bring on. We definitely think for the next season it might be 2, maybe 3 potential guests, but we also want to be able to keep some episodes where it's just me and Diana. But we're really excited, guys. Like, I feel like having somebody else is really gonna be able to like put us out there a little bit more and just, you know, be able to take
And
their
also give you
input.
that different perspective
Exactly.
of, because everybody's different.
Yeah.
She goes through something. She's been in it for 5 years, and I'm starting, so it's like a year and a half or so. So we have different
Point of views,
what is it?
roller coasters.
Yes, we have different roller coasters, or like ups and downs, or
Yeah.
like so it really helps into, if you don't run into my situation, then you run into hers. Like, you have that to guide you and
Yeah.
help you, just in case you're like, what do I do, right?
Yeah.
And then with our special guest, it's going to help you as well.
I guess like wrapping this episode up, we just want to say thank you for subscribing, watching, commenting, like for being there on our TikTok, on our Instagram. And
Gracias.
yes, thank you. I guess wrapping this up, next time that we film, which will be our season 2,
Mm-hmm.
what do you hope you would have done for yourself? Like whether it's being in school already or like,
Yes. Hopefully, like
but you will be
halfway
starting
through
school.
and all that. Yeah, I will be
Yeah.
starting. I start Monday.
That's
I'm
exciting. I'm
scared.
excited for you.
I'm just scared because like I hate meeting new people.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm not the type of person to like go up to you and like talk to you. I wait until somebody comes up and
I'm
talks
like
to
that
me.
too. I will say this little advice. I feel like it's gonna be really easy for you to try to like compare yourself to others, especially since you're gonna be surrounded by lash techs. But just try to build connections.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, build connections, and also just try to watch out for people that like do things for the wrong reasons. Because because there will be people that like feel like, oh, I'm the only best lash tech or whatever the case may be. But just try to build connections, and I think it's gonna be a really good journey for you. I think you're gonna have so much fun, and it's something that you've been wanting to do for such a long time. So I feel like it's gonna be really good for you to finally start doing this, and I'm excited. Like, she's gonna be licensed, and then we're gonna get our suite together, and then
hopefully
so
by
on
the
and so
end of
forth.
the year. Oh my gosh!
I know.
Imagine.
That's gonna be so
Yeah.
cool. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, but I think that my goal is to like basically kind of halfway be through school, and have a different job by then as well. I do want to
Really?
quit the one I'm at,
Oh wow.
and yeah, so we'll see how that goes. What about for you? What are some goals or something that?
So definitely Do my taxes. I need to do my
Yeah,
taxes.
I've been reminding her
I
every time I see
know.
her. Like, Rosie, have you done your taxes?
I've been
Do your
putting it off,
taxes.
guys.
Do your
I'm not gonna lie to
taxes.
y'all. Do my taxes when
You
I
wanna
get.
know something funny?
What?
The way I know your car is your license plate. I don't know like
Oh,
the
really?
rest of it, but because the first 3 letters.
PYT.
Yes. Pay your taxes.
I was gonna say pretty young thing. There's always a responsible friend and a like going with the flow type of friend. I can. That's hilarious. But hopefully, yeah, pay my taxes and hopefully they don't ban TikTok because I'm thriving there. So
Yeah.
do that, and
If you haven't, then you should list your socials and my socials. So
I did that on my on the last one. I put it in the
okay.
description like yours and mine. So I
We'll
will
have
do that
those
this time.
listed down below.
My goal for you is like get into social media more.
Oh yes.
Like start up a TikTok page for real. You're gonna start
my
school. Like it'll be good.
gosh.
You need
You
to.
know
I'm gonna make you.
what? I should.
You are. You
Like,
need to.
What like the experience in school?
Yes.
Like, what you
My
expect in
first day
school.
or like
Yeah.
whatever. It's gonna do good.
That would be cool. I'm just very camera shy. Like even now, I'm just like, how do you talk to a camera? But I'm doing it. Like it's
I feel like you have been dabbling into it more though. I see your little reels on Instagram, and I'm like,
I
Diana.
try. I'm like, okay, like, and that's something like I want to do, like, to where I quit my job and like just go full on,
Yeah.
like, you know. But it's like I just have bills and
Yeah.
I can't like really like slack down on that, like,
No, I
especially
feel
with
you.
my baby. So it's
Yeah.
like, like
It's different.
Yeah, it's like a bigger responsibility there. So it's like I want to, but it's like I can't really like fully.
Yeah, not yet.
Especially right now in school,
Yeah.
like it's gonna take most of my time, and I don't know if I'm gonna still take lashes. Like, you know, I don't
Yeah.
know. It's a lot to think about. But yeah, I do
Just-
want to start. Like,
yeah.
it's crazy.
To be
Like,
excited.
who would follow me? You would follow me? I hope so.
Girl, I'm gonna repost everything and everything. Oh, I did want to ask this. Would you like for us to, like, when we're taking this little break, we don't know how long it's gonna be yet until we start filming for season 2. But would you like for us to still like do little vlogs, like when we go to like I don't know, like a farmer's market and hand out our cards? Like, would you like for us to still like be there, even though it's not episodes? I think that would be really fun. That's still something that we have to like consider.
I
but
feel like you guys would like
I
it.
think
Like
so,
still
too.
being in our lives and knowing how we try
Prep
to
for
go
stuff.
out and expose our business like that to where
I think so too.
yeah,
I think they're gonna
to where
like
we
it.
get more publicity and
Yeah.
more like you never know, like going out there you can really meet somebody and they'll help you like boost
For sure.
you know your clientele or like it's just looking for ways. Like I know we talked about like
Yes.
going to school and like, you know,
I think so,
sharing
too.
our stuff and our work and our flyers and all that.
I think
So I feel like it would help. So if you want to come along with us in this journey, let us know in the comments below and let us know saying I'm in.
like not the I'm in. Oh my god. I want to thank you for watching this episode and thank you for being here from day one for our season. It's crazy how like we thought of the idea when shopping, filmed 5 episodes.
Well, actually, she started with the idea like I don't know,
Last
like
year,
a
huh?
while back, yeah.
yeah.
And you were like, I want to start a podcast, and I'm
Yeah.
like, let's do it. Like,
Yeah.
I'll help you. And she was like, for real? And I was like, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm agreeing to, but yeah, like,
For real.
like, cause she's always been like posting, you know, she does her
Yeah.
blogs and all that, and I'm just like,
I feel like this experience will definitely help you be a little bit more comfortable behind the
I
camera.
feel like
though.
that's why God like put me into like, you know, like
No,
meeting Rosie and all
we're
that.
gonna
Like,
cry.
it's gonna help me like we're crying, guys.
For real. No.
That's why we're talking. No, I'm just kidding. But no, like yeah, like I really think that God does work in mysterious ways, like, you know, helping us, and we'll get there and help you.
For sure.
So I feel like this is good. Like
I think so too.
Like-
I feel like there's so much.
you know, soltaba the little bubble, you know, like in the cartoons when they're drunk.
Oh my god, I can't. Okay, what I was gonna say was very touching until that happened. I was gonna say I feel like there's so much more ahead of us that we're going to reach, and like, girl, so much can happen between now and like the end of the
Yeah.
year. So I feel like this is really good, and our goal is to just educate you guys, give you perspective, give you knowledge, advice, and yeah, just be real and honest with you guys, even when we have like our toughest moments, just to show you guys that we don't always have really good days. Like sometimes
Yeah.
we're down bad, and like that's just me being real with y'all, so it's just taking everything day by day, but like our goal is like we just always have to look at the bigger picture,
Yeah.
so
Like we'll get there and you'll get there one
Yes.
day. Like we're here to support you and we're hoping that you support us in that same sense.
For sure.
So without you guys, we won't be able to like share
Yeah.
things and like, be a channel for you to
I
be for us to be a
know.
guide for you. So
Yeah.
we hope that you really like our channel. Subscribe, comment, like, and share. I probably said those all backwards, but we're good.
I want to end it here, and we want to say thank you guys for watching this episode, and we will see you guys in our next season with like a completely different vibe, and
Yes,
we're excited.
I'm excited
Me
for the
too.
next episode, for the next season. It's gonna be interesting.
And follow our socials because we'll post there like how often or how soon we'll do the next season. So if you want to stay up to date, follow our socials, which like we said, we'll list them again here and down below. And with that being said, we'll see you guys in season 2.
Bye.
Bye, besties.